Okay, so I'm opening this bottle to really celebrate your signing up for the group executive chef.
Yeah, very excited.
For the collection.
Yeah.
I mean, we're super excited.
Yeah, so am I.
And I think so are you. And really just in terms of, as we've gotten to know each other, I mean, you transformed the food experience at Lion Sands Ivory Lodge. I mean, at Lion Sands, sorry.
At the property, yeah.
And then we had that opportunity as we were renovating Cape Cadogan to open up Upper Union, which again, you put your hand up as you do. And you delivered an exceptional experience, not only in the Upper Union experience, but you really created a food experience and a service experience and wine, which has rippled through the whole collection.
Yeah.
So the opportunity of rebuilding not only the hardware of Ivory Lodge, but also the software in terms of the people and the guest experience and the different layers that come into that. Now, a key component, as you and I both know, within the luxury safari market now is the food experience.
Yeah. What we were looking at, and it wasn't just me, it was me and obviously everybody involved in the project. We all sat in a room and you were there. What are we thinking of doing? What would set us apart? And we landed on having this beautiful deli / pickling room / a guest can walk in and choose their own cheese, but it also sort of makes the kitchen open. But we designed it so that you look through this beautiful array of pickles and preserves and things that we've made, which we will make in-house for the whole Lion Sands property, for all four.
This is not just, we wanted to create a kitchen that was producing food, not just for the Ivory Lodge experience, actually for all four of the lodges, because in that it becomes a space which is not just kind of smoke and mirrors, it's not just pretend, it's a real functioning kitchen.
It's a machine. Because what we wanted was, River's got that beautiful fire oven, the fire oven, and all the beautiful fire bread, right? Then we roll that out. So it's like each one has something special that the other one doesn't have, and we help each other.
Yeah.
But like you said, the pickling room and the deli becomes a place where we store big pieces of cheese, and it just gets chipped. Yeah. For me, the reason, why did they preserve and pickle? Why? Okay, because of seasonality. If we start pickling the olives and the jams and all of these things, we'll pickle orange marmalade only in winter, because that's when it's the best. That marmalade's going to taste different to the marmalade that you get when you make it when it's summer.
Okay, so we've been chatting about pickles and preserves. Another component in a similar kind of family realm subject is the cured meats and cheeses. That again, for me, it's the simplicity of it.
So the meats are very similar to what we were talking about, the pickling. That was done to preserve the meat. And the cheeses also to preserve things. But in this deli, we want to showcase what South Africa does best. Like our best charcuteries, our best creameries that make cheese. I mean, we're sitting here with Sambal Nori, award-winning goat's cheese. Yeah. World-renowned goat's cheese.
From where?
From Wellington.
Ah.
Then we've got Langbakken, which is the blue cheese we've got here, which is the Karoo crumble, also award-winning. We've got such beautiful creameries in South Africa that people are like, you need to import, you need to eat camembert. Also, I've got camembert. Dalewood makes incredible camembert. I mean, we've got it in front of us.
Yeah.
The whole idea behind the deli was that a guest can come in, choose what cheese you want, and we'll make you a cheese platter, we'll make you a charcuterie platter of whatever you want. You taste it as you're having it. It's almost like having a little cheese shop and a charcuterie shop and a boulanger and some great breads in the lodge that you can just choose whatever you want from.
Amori, in the lounge area, one of the areas that we're spending a bit of time on is the wine room.
Yes. So it's going to be behind this beautiful bar that we're building, as you know, which I'll get onto now. And then you walk into this. It's open, doors open, you touchpad, doors open. It's this beautifully lit room with wines. We will have explanations of all of them, or you can bring, a human can come, a sommelier can come in with you. But if you feel that you don't want a som with you, you can go in there alone. And all the information is on iPads. It's available.
Yeah.
All you have to do is tick or scan a barcode and it'll give you what you need. We're also thinking of doing some of our most popular, or let's say chef's favorite or
Yes,
Rob's favorite
that's a good
or
way to
whatever.
do it. Chef's favorite, yeah.
We'll put a machine in or a dispenser in where you can just taste a little, have a glass, and make it your own sort of.
And what I love about what you've done with wine is you've embraced not only quality wine, but again we've already spoken about, but the story behind the wine,
Yeah.
and almost finding those wine makers who are not as mainstream. They do get found because they make great wine, but they less mainstream.
So last year was my first year that I did it for us.
Yes.
And we did a tasting Sunday, me and Alan, who's now our head of guest experience. We tasted 27 wines with our two somms, and we ended up on 35 wines. So ivory, there's already some ivory wine that I've got in cellars.
Yeah.
So I've already also bought, every year, these beautiful wines like the Sardis come out and the Hannes Storms from
And
the
again,
Jubilant Order comes out.
I'm
I store it.
going to bring in the question around South Africa. Are they 90% South African? Are they 80% South African?
100%.
100% South African. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because sneakily, in the last 3 years, when we built up a union, 2.5, that we opened up a union, I've been hiding wine in the wine cellar.
Okay.
And we've now built up quite a beautiful stock of vintage wines.
Okay.
So they're like a little bit older, more sought after. So once we launch them in September, they're already 3 years old, where anybody else can only get hold of the 2023s. We've got the 21s and 20s.
Okay.
That all of them South African suppliers. We are very lucky, obviously, that we know the guys from Syntax.
The boys from Syntax. Yeah, just short.
So
yeah.
Syntax is their bar for 5 years now. 5 years in the top 100 of the San Pellegrino best bars in the world. And they come and train our teams. And we have signature cocktails at every bar, in every lodge. We have more knowledge of what vodkas we have in South Africa available, but also if you're looking for something specific, the bartender or butler knows exactly what you want.
But the key thing with cocktails is and what Just Short have brought to us is they've made us understand the language.
Yeah.
We were almost cocktail illiterate 3-4 years ago. Now we understand the language, and now we play with them. We constantly bringing in, again, linking back to produce at its best, seasonal produce. We make jus, we make all different things, and we bring that into our cocktails. So it's not just, obviously we've got the classics, but then we've got some unique cocktails that are often flavored with certain ingredients that we harvest from the reserve. The kitchen.
Yeah.
The experience that we want to make available to the guest.
Let me make you a broodjie whilst we are doing that.
Yeah.
So, I had the bread flown in from the Kruger.
This is from the bakery.
This is from
River
Sabi
Lodge.
Sands, from River Lodge, out of Oya. I just made this relish. You have to taste it. So I made a little relishy thing, and then you can choose a
Amazing.
cheesy.
Thank you.
So the whole idea is the guest would come into
Love
the deli.
that though, by the way. Like this.
Simple, man.
Exactly, Amori. Like food often is so complicated and intimidating.
Yeah.
It's not.
Hi, Yummy.
Very yummy.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
So
I'm excited.
beautifully executed, but simple.
And I think as well, I know I often get asked this, is Ivory Lodge experience going to be so different and so much better to all the other lodges? That again, looping back into your appointment as the group executive chef, is we are wanting to, elevate the entire food, service and wine experience and cocktails across all of our different properties. The opportunity with Ivory Lodge is
Blank slate.
Blank slates. There we go. Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
nicely put.
beautiful.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love a blank slate.
Yeah, the Amori, in our collection, and something we've really grown to appreciate is the strength in our diversity.
Yeah.
And diversity is not just shape, size, language. It's about religious beliefs.
Yep. So with the new menu and new launch, we will do a similar thing in the Kosher Kitchen. So we have a Kosher Kitchen locked by the mashgiach. Mashgiach comes and opens it. Bethin's got cameras. It's fully proper, done. Single use, whatever you want. You can bring your own chef in, but we can also organize chefs for you. We have in our team 2 kosher qualified chefs. They're not kosher themselves, but they can cook it. So it's up to you as a guest. There's many options, but the point is we can, if you are 100% kosher, we can do it without even blinking. It's something that we've done forever. Same for other dietaries. We have specific crockery, cutlery, and cooking utensils for halal guests.
Again, it's to all remove that awkwardness from a guest. They're in our care, they're at our table, they're breaking bread with us. We want them to feel completely at home.
Yeah.
The food experience within the Fish Eagle residence. I know one of the reasons for closing her and renovating her was to add a beautiful back of house kitchen.
Yeah, she is beautiful, isn't she?
And again, in line with your input to elevate the food experience for our guests.
Yeah. So what we did is we moved the kitchen from the inside, obviously, to the back of house. So now it's a completely different experience at Fish Eagle now.
Maury, it was something that we thought was great at the time to have it in the guest space, but actually...
It's so much nicer now.
Exactly. The one area that I know we always work really hard at is our guest doesn't have an opportunity to go and dine at different restaurants during the day. We have them in our care for 24 hours. And therefore every meal is within our control and is our responsibility. So venues are important and where we serve the food.
So the main dining room, you can see through our stunning deli room. So you can see into the kitchen, like I said, watch the head chef or the exec chef cook and make fire and whatever. In the middle is beautiful fireplace. So it's not formal, it's not stiff, it's not who we are. It's just a beautiful indoor dining space. If it's summer, the doors will be open. If you're not summer and the doors are open and you're not wanting to sit in the dining room, we've got these, as you know, leaping decks now, like 3-4 levels down, where you can sit on your own level, choose your own little space on the deck where you would like to have dinner. And then, like you said, so outside dinner or lunch or breakfast or whatever, and then also the in-room. The in-room that makes us different to other lodges is we actually have a dining room table in our rooms. So when we come set up for you, because you tell us you're going to go before game drive, you just come and say to me, whisper in your butler's ear, look, we want to eat in the room tonight.
No, sometimes people want to
exactly, and we will set it up as beautifully with all the beautiful accoutrement that will be in the dining room, will be in your room, and you can quietly be with your loved ones or your family.
The Bulma. The Bulma, everybody knows what a Bulma is, nowadays. But the position of the Bulma is certainly different to the previous design, right on the banks of the Sabi River. Give me a little insight into the food experience that's going to be around that Bulma.
So our previous Bulma, and I'm saying our previous Bulma had gas and fire elements, where this one is fire. We're cooking with fire. All open, the guest can see it. And the difference that we've got in this one that we didn't have to the previous one is we will be doing tableside service. So what that means is...
Yes, I remember this point we discussed.
Yeah.
I just think you don't get that break in the experience. You sit down at your table, you're next to the fire, you've got this amazingly romantic setting, and then you've got to get up and go get a plate and get your food. It all just comes to you. You can stay present in your moments.
It all just constantly comes to you.
Yeah, I love it.
And then all just goes away.
Very excited. No. And that's the opportunity we can do at Ivory Lodge. It's not so easy at the other properties with a few more rooms, but here, based on the quantity of people and the layering that we're wanting to bring in, we are bringing the food to the table in the Bulma, around, prepared, all on fire.
Yeah.
That's the food experience.
And then just last touch will be the fire deck, obviously, that it's going to be epic. And so every now and again, if we full house, I'm 100% spitting on that thing.
Yeah, no, I'm excited you mentioned that, because we must do things differently. And I think having a spit is something that happens around the world. Culturally, it is bringing people together.
It's
100%. Argentina,
it's
Spain,
everywhere,
America. It's bring it in.
We do it for our guests, but the difference is we actually love what we do.
No, that's what I mean. Who we serve is our guest. But
we love what we do, which gives us so much more enjoyment. And
Amori, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for signing up for the bigger position within the collection.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.